Before we take you to our next AQHA Professional Horseman Ride the Pattern, Nutrena Feeds is proud to match dollar for dollar each of your donations that you provide during each Ride the Pattern. AQHA and Nutrena are committed to growing the Professional Horseman Crisis Fund to benefit those professional horsemen and women that need it in times of need. Now we take you to your next.
Thank you, AQHA and Professional Horsemen, for having me here and presenting the Ride the Pattern for Horsemanship. Horsemanship has been one of my very favorite classes to coach, and I'm very passionate about it. So I'm excited to be here. And I have a very accomplished horsemanship rider here helping me today, Miss Abigail Neesmith. And I have a very accomplished Hollywood. It's one of my very favorite horses, but he's very accomplished in Western riding trail. He is definitely not a horsemanship horse. He doesn't like to do things fast, and he does not like to spin. But part of the rules for these patterns is that the horse and the rider can't be showing here. So Hollywood's happened. You'll see the turns, but we can do the rest pretty good. So anyway, so bear with us on that. We're going to show you how we're going to lay out the pattern, how we think it should be laid out, but probably not the speed that most of you are going to be wanting to go for. That being said, we're going to start by doing the L1. All right, out here. We're going to start by doing L1.
No, it's okay. I just wasn't sure.
Amateur level 1 champions, and the select level 1 champions pattern. The cone is set 25 feet off the back of the rail, just off the midline, because the pattern, hold on a second, the pattern starts and goes directly down the midline of the arena, which is the first 3 patterns we're doing all do that. So we're going to start with that. We have some markers in the arena that we're going to use, or some of the banners on the wall. But I think you should know your horse, know how you want to present your horse the best, and utilize the pattern, like it says on the pattern, to how you think it fits you the best. But there's definitely some solid markers. Your midline is very clear that you should be on it, and the center line is also there very clear. So let's start with this first pattern here. You're going to be up at the marker, hopefully, and ready, or they're going to send you in and you'll be able to walk into it. Preferably, we would like the rider to be there from a judge's standpoint, and there should be a judge over here or a sprinter that will wave you on or flag you on. So she starts out at the marker and picks up her right lead. This is a long lope. It's going to feel like forever. For me personally, I think you should go at least to the Montana side, or the Bow Ringer side is where we're going to go to. But I want your lope to be as forward, but not fast, but like before that covers ground. Just pause there for a second, Abigail. So it's a long lope, but if you don't utilize the arena, your pattern's going to be really squished, I think. All right, go ahead and continue. Then we have a half turn left. And an extended jog for 3/4 of the way back down, which we kind of rode this last night. And we came all the way back down to somewhere between the John Deere and the Shorty sign. At first we went a little shorter, but it didn't feel very good on the next part. Then you collected the jog 2 corners. She's gonna jog her next corner, and I think up to the Nutrena, or right before it, seems like a decent amount to jog. And it still gives you room to get loped off nicely there and not feel rushed as you make this left turn corner on the midline. Center line, sorry. Now she'll continue on a half circle. I would utilize as much room as you need here. And then it's a chain, simpler flying here, which she did a flying. And again, right at the top of the arena, we kind of use Bank of America as our marker. Hit a walk for 2 horse lengths, which I think is about 8 to 10 steps. Maybe closer to 8. Pick up a jog. Corner at the jog. To me, she's using the arena well and the space well. This is another long gate here, so the jog is really long. I personally wouldn't be too slow. I try to cover some ground. And then at the center line, it's an extended trot till stop even with the start cone and back 1 horse length. Again, it's a long extended trot. Good job, Abigail. Good job, Abigail. Making my job easy. All right, so the next pattern. This is going to be the select Adicon level 2 finals and the amateur Adicon amateur and select level 2 finals. There in the other arena, it says on here. So the banners are going to be different, but similar sized arena, same midline, same red line on the center line. All right, Abigail, go ahead. I think pretty much everything is the same on this one, except for the spin is a 540 or 1.5 turn left. So again, I think if you can have a ground covering load that's not too slow, because it is a long load, I think you're going to do better scoring with the judges. Somewhere around Montana or Bow Ringer. 1.5 turns left here. And we're going to extend the trot out. Again, back down somewhere between Nutrena and John Deere, I think. So you definitely want to show this transition to a jog, but also be able to jog forward and show 2 solid corners. Corner at shorties. I think you should go across enough to give yourself plenty of room to make the next corner and come across this middle nice and straight like it shows on the pattern. Up to a left lead. Corner. I might have went a little more forward there, but I think you can do that. She's in a nice spot there for a lead change. Also remember the judges are sitting right up here on the left. So if you get 2 under that wall, they're going to have a little trouble seeing you. Right at this midline, she breaks to a walk. Back up to a jog. Corner. Again, it's a long jog. I like how she's keeping it nice and brisk. And moves into her extended trot. Probably it's going to the bathroom, but a little sooner. And stop even with the marker.
I'm just so confused by that.
And for me, when it says stop even with the marker, for me the race begins and ends at the nose of the horse. And on this pattern, I'm going to stop at the nose. I think if you get past it, you've already had this really long jog, it's going to look like you missed it. And from their view, it's even going to look worse. So I think the nose is where I would stop. So that's what I would do. Okay, so now we've done the Level 2 amateur and select finals. Any questions on those 2? Yes? It was asked, and this is where they would want it because that's that much further they have to get in the arena to get started to get the people in the arena. So it is a long line. For the next pattern though, with the extended load, I think they need that extra room personally. But I did ask. All right, so now, any other questions?
No, I mean,
All right, so now we're going to do the pattern that's tomorrow, the amateur level 3 prelims. Same pattern. The only thing we changed on this one is the extended load. We load off right lead, move into an extended load, I think about where shorties is probably. Move into an extended load, and they would collect at the end before the stop, probably somewhere around Adicon, Montana is what I would do. But I would definitely show a slow load, show an extended load, and I would for sure show a collected load before the stop. All right, Abigail. So we're slow loading. Now we're going to move in and build into an extended load. Straight down the center, and then collect,
little bit.
It's very specific at their corners. Up to our left lead.
This stuff is touchy, isn't it?
I keep.
Same spot on the lead change.
Yeah, I don't want to try it.
I like how she's utilizing the arena and staying out for the third time doing it. She's not anticipating it, always anticipating it. Gets the walk. Back to a jog. Forward and then corner. This time I go to extend a little sooner, about there, from where I'm at, it looks like. Push that trot out. Extend the trot to the end. And again, back 1 horse length. Thank you, Abigail. All right. So that's basically the same pattern with a few little variations to it on those first 3. Any more questions on that pattern or anything? You guys are too easy. All right. So now we're going to do the select level 3 finals, which is very similar to the amateur level 3 finals. Both are held over in the North Arena. So we're going to use the markers in here, but you're definitely going to have to go over there and decide what markers work for you. But hopefully we can get the size and the layout of the pattern for people in here to answer any questions on it. But we're just going to do the select, which begins with drop your stirrups. So my guess is, and I didn't get a chance to ask Scott because they were in the town hall and I ran late, but you're going to be up at the marker, hopefully, or walking in. But as soon as your horse's nose is at that cone, I would be dropping my stirrups. So it's a drop your stirrups and begin a jog. And again, I think it's similar. This one has a little more maneuvers at this first part of it prior to the midline. But I think jog, corner, extend the jog at shorties, corner around John Deere. There's not a ton of room for this. Another corner extending. And then you're looking for your center line. Extending to the center. And right to center, I think it's break to a walk. There you go. And pick up your stirrups. This is the select. Break to a walk. Pick up your stirrups. Into a left lead. At a quarter part of the circle, I would use the room that you have in this arena. Move into an extended low. I want to see a nice round circle. For me, I have a horse that really extends well. I'm really wanting to show it off. Just before center, collect there. Change leads. Counter lead, a smaller circle within the last one. Try to keep these as round, as balanced as possible. And now at the 3/4 point, we're going to change leads back to the left lead. Back to your center line. Up to straight towards the wall, away from the judges. And stop. Pause there for a second, there we go. I would say for me, you're going away from the judges. They're going to know you've went straight for a while. I wouldn't cram my horse too far up to the wall. Because I think it'd be a little hard for them to tell, but I think where she stopped is plenty far. If you stopped to stride sooner, I think you'd be fine. I don't think you need to go any more forward than that personally. I think that's plenty. All right, so we've completed our stop. Now it's going to be a 360 right, then 1 3/4 to the left. Oh, we're 1 3/4, and then this one is back 2 horse lengths. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's approximately 2 horse lengths. She could do a step 2 more if you back a little better. I'd be good with that. Then move into an extended jog. Extend the jog till even with the last marker like the other patterns. And this time just stop. Good job. All right. Any questions on the select pattern layout? We can run through it again if they want, if you want. Okay, let's do it one more time with the stroke drops, the stroke pickup. Moves into her jaw. Now moves into an extended jaw. Corner left. Corner right. Keeps trotting. Corner on the center line. Breaks to a walk and pick up stirrup. Up to a left lead. Quarter of the circle, regular low, now extend the low. I like how she's really even at the midline up there. Comes to the center, collects, changes in the center, counter lead a small circle. Make sure the circle stays inside of the other one. Changes leads at the 3/4 point. Back to the middle, on the center, and up towards the wall. Whoa. Full turn right. Full turn, 1 3/4 left. Back 2 horse length. And extend the trot to the end. Good job, thank you. All right. I got at least one question. Yes, Kelly McDowell. Don't apologize first. Yes. That's right. All right, let's look at that. All right, well, that is good to point that out. So Kelly's brought up that it does say at the midline, slow to walk for approximately 2 horse lengths, then pick up your stirrups. And I feel like maybe walk 1 horse length and pick them up. Maybe walk a little bit one. Seems risky to walk 2 horses and then try to grab them. If you don't get them, you're gonna be in a little trouble. But it does say that. So show your walk, then pick up your stirrups. How about that? You with that? Good call. Anyone else? Any other questions? That was easy. All right, well, thank you for letting Paula Wood, Abigail, and I do the ride the pattern. I think there's those green buckets up there. All the proceeds